My name is Daric Frech. I'm going into my junior year of college, and I graduated GAL in 2022. The way my family discovered GAL was by when I got tested by my mom. She was talking to some of her coworkers at work one day, and they suggested GAL, and she, I think, did like a year-long research into it. I didn't even know that until she told me. Then she offered the summer program to me, and I was like, I had a tour here with one of the previous admissions people, and for the summer program like 2 weeks before it started, and I came. I loved it. I said to my mom, I finally found my people. Like, they understand me. Like, I understand more complex words now, and it made it so much easier. And she gave me the choice, like, hey, it's either you want to go to GAL for the school year or you want to wait till you're going to high school. Little did I know I didn't really have a choice. She already made up the mind. But I was like, yeah, I want to go to GAL, and I want to pursue, like, have them help me. And yeah, so I ended up there as a lifer in 7th grade. So school before GAL and life before GAL was really difficult. So I was the type of kid that was in the back of the classroom, and I didn't really pay much attention. I always hid away when we had the popcorn reading classrooms, because I didn't know what was going on, and the teachers knew it, so they kind of just they let me be a little bit because they didn't want to deal with it. And I went to a Waldorf type school, so I didn't really have that public school experience, but still there I was still put to the side when it came to reading, and it made life difficult. And my escape for that was playing sports and playing soccer. So moving day and going to the summer camp first, it was a great experience because a couple of my friends, my now really good buddies, went to the summer program not at the same time as me, but understood what it was like to go from the summer program to the school. And that really helped me on this transition day when I first moved into Wickham. And I remember being scared and not knowing, what's gonna happen, kind of having that cold feet moment. But then after the first day of classes and the first day of orientation, the teachers were very welcoming, very open, and were able to communicate with me that hey, we're gonna be here to help you and get you through this process so you can be as successful as you can be. So the memory with my favorite teacher is, I had many favorite teachers. They all influenced me to be the person I am today and be the student I want to be. But honestly, can't just pick one. One of my favorite memories is, which helped me in the long run, what I'm still using today, is when I was having my moments of not listening, and she knocked me down a few pegs by taking away my honor school. So that was the reality check, but I needed that. And her being able to have that real conversation with me and hey, you're doing this, so this is a consequence. It really helped me shape me as a student to understand, hey, if I want something like this, I got to do this to get it, to have that role, live up to those standards that I set for myself. So the way GAL changed my life is, when I was in elementary school at Waldorf, I never thought that I would go to college, let alone high school, because I was school is not for me. I don't want to do this. What's the point? I don't even understand what I'm learning. And then when I got the GAL, I was like, oh, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I can go to college. And when I was a student here, I finally got my first acceptance letter from Wells College, and the emotion I had from that, oh my God, I finally did it. I'm going to be a college student. That was just pure elation for me, and I was over the moon. And I ended up graduating from GAL with a plan to go to West Virginia Wesleyan College and have a degree in biochemistry. And as of now, I'm a political science and history major, transferring to Keuka College to further my studies and to play college soccer. When I got my first acceptance letter from Wells, I was over the moon. I was pure happiness. And I remember being in Mr. Marshman's office, and I was telling him about it, and I called my mom right away. She was arguably more excited than me, because she saw me go from this kid that wanted nothing to do with school to being this kid that's gonna go on to play college soccer, and at the time study biochemistry. And she was over the moon, and she wanted a picture of me with the acceptance letter right away. Skills I learned here at GAL translated to college by showing me that you have to actually make time to get the results you want. My first year, I had this one class that was really difficult, and then I had this other class that was super easy. And I was spending all this time to make sure the work was perfect in the easy class, when I just had to do this, this, and this, and I would get the same grade. So then I had to make that switch and allocate more time to the difficult class, which GAL helped me to do, and create a schedule for myself so that I could get the grade that I wanted in that harder class compared to the easier class where I didn't have to put that much effort into. The skills that I learned at Gal transition to college to teach me the discipline to make time to get something done instead of just putting it off for the last minute, that I have to actually put effort, time into a project instead of just throwing it all together at the end. So the advice I give to prospective students is the classes are going to be difficult. It's designed that way to challenge you, to push you to your limits, but to find those moments when you're hanging out with your friends and to really cherish them, because I've been graduated for 2 years and I catch myself thinking back of those moments like in the dorm where we're all just hanging out talking. We're playing on the soccer field here, which was my outlet to de-stress from the difficult schedule and the day of the classes, and just find your moments to reflect on the day. That will help you like get through all the challenges that Gal offers by design, and that will help you in the long run once you get to college. So on the weekend trips, like hanging out with my friends, that's part of my support system that I used all the time when I was a student here, and that helped me get through being a lifer. The advice I would give to families and parents interested in Gal would be patient. It's gonna take time. There's gonna be those nights where your kid calls you, be like, oh, I don't wanna do this, like this isn't for me. But in the long run, it's gonna work. Gal has been so successful over the years. Just gotta be patient and give it time. So Gal, like another example of Gal like helping me is that I've made lifelong friends. So if I ever want to travel anywhere, I could text one of them and be like, hey, let's hang out. Or even for another example, I'm working in the summer program this year as a counselor. This is my second time doing it. I'm back here with 4 other alumni, and it's just, it felt like we never had those years apart after graduation. It just felt like we're back to being where we were before we graduated. The bonds got so tight between us alumni by really going through the everyday challenges here at Gal together, like, and talking about like what we did each day, and just really when we're living together 24/7, just having those moments of like, oh, you did this today, well, I did this today, so like sort of the same thing but different, and like having those moments of sharing those thoughts throughout the day. At Gal, we have these shared experiences that connect us for life, and we never feel alone.